Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanyacim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. You all are the very best. So I am going to say this like, most Africans do not know how corrupt United America is. And we have been they've been showing us the good part of United States. So I am sure most people do not know how dark they are, how dark America is. And also for the fact that I have been digging deep, like checking up Black histories, and I have discovered a whole lot, and I am still discovering. And there is something that actually caught my attention that made me go into this research. And you know what? Stay glued to the screen. Do not go anywhere. Let me roll the clip. Then we'll come back to talk about it. So here we go.
You go to Nigeria, which is, if not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh, now, Mr. Wallace.
It is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year.
Fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now, here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy? But there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted. 30 years ago, black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings. Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet.
Hey, I haven't been proud of somebody. I mean, I am so proud of this man. And I just want to give him a hug. You know what? I decided to, I have done some reactions on Massacre. And I decided to put up something to ask them if Nigeria had, my big brother asked if Nigeria has dropped bomb on Black Americans or bomb on people. So we are going to talk about some massacres that happened. We are going to talk about Elaine massacre. We're going to talk about Red Summer. We are going to talk about Tulsa, Memphis, Chicago, and Springfield, yes, and Greenwich, Massachusetts, Colorado. What am I going to talk about? Should I talk about the sundown towns, where you don't let the sun set on a black person's? Are we going to talk about some towns under the water? Are we going to talk about the Devil's Punch Bowl? Are we going to talk about how they injected Black Americans with Tuskegee? Wait, what are we going to talk about and leave the other? And somebody is out there trying to judge Africa, and they forgot what they are doing and still doing to Black Americans. I mean, when we talk about corrupt nations, I love what he said. America is not supposed to even judge anybody, because to this very moment, they are still killing. The lands they took away from Black Americans, where are they? I and they are still taking away. And somebody want to talk to me about corruption. Anyways, I put up so many videos from different people talking about how corrupt America is. I know probably as a Black American, you know, but I need everybody to know about this, because it probably looks like we've been keeping so much quiet, and it looks like we don't know what is going on. So you know what? Stay good to the screen. Let's get into the video. So here we go.
You're about to witness the real reason why Malcolm X was assassinated.
More than likely, my father was assassinated because he had the support of 33 African nations, and they were prepared to go before the UN and the Supreme Court to charge America and England with crimes against humanity for the kidnapping and the murder of hundreds of millions of Africans over the years. So it's something, Vlad. Did you know that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King both were killed at the age of 39? Do you know that a male matures at the age of 40? Why did they make sure that Malcolm was gone before he got to 40, and that Dr. King? Why are they gone before 40? It's because if they were given this much trouble to the wickedness of this world and they hadn't even matured yet, what kind of soldiers would they have been had they been allowed to continue to live their life?
What is the job of an economic hitman?
My job was to identify countries with resources our corporations wanted, like oil, in Iran, for example. And then in most of these countries, arrange huge loans to that country. Now, Iran was an exception there. They didn't need loans. We just wanted their oil. That's another story. But in general, it was to arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sister organizations. But the money never actually went to the country. Instead, it went to our own corporations in the United States to build big infrastructure projects in the country.
When countries owe money, the U.S. can count on their loyalty, and that also benefits large U.S. corporations and their wealthy investors. With their doctored financial reports, EHMs convinced leaders that the programs they pushed would help the local economy flourish. If the leader wasn't aligned with U.S. interests or was unwilling to cooperate, EHMs would help instigate coups, followed by elections rigged to ensure a more agreeable replacement took over.
I hope this isn't kind of making sense to a lot of you, because some people will be like, why are you coming for them? Why not? Let's still go further.
The US, when they borrow money, they're getting it in 1.5, 1.9 interest rate. Africans, when they get the same amount of money, they're paying 9, 10%. The people who don't need a break, they get a break. The ones who need a break, they don't get a break. The sheer survival of the World Bank, IMF, is based on the fact that African countries and many other developing countries do not succeed. Their success is based on our failure. That has to change. And guess who can make that change? We, the children of Africa, we, the Africans, are the ones who have to say, we know your game now. Enough is enough. We're not playing it anymore. And this is where the diaspora come in. There are more Ghanaian doctors in New York City than in the entire country of Ghana. There are more Nigerian doctors in LA than in the entire country of Nigeria. So let's be serious here. What Africa needs is capacity, capacity, capacity. And that capacity is in the diaspora. So it behooves us to bring the diaspora together. Let them understand what is really going on in our Africa. Diaspora are not going home. Diaspora are angry about Africa because they are not understanding the root cause of why Africa is where it is today. They think getting rid of a president will take care of the problem. Far from it. That president is just going to be replaced by another one who's going to equally suffer from the same difficult environment to work in. So let's look at an Africa that must be free to take care of herself, an Africa that's free from exploitation from outsiders. The multinationals who are stealing from Africa every day in broad daylight. I use an example of the DRC. If you ever fly very low over the DRC, you'll see tarmacs in the jungle. You'll see 747s flying into DRC, picking up minerals and flying right out. These same multinationals are responsible for arming young people and giving them MK-16s. Because why? Their satellites in the skies are telling them where that village is. There are lots of diamonds. So what do? Arm young people, drag them up, and send them to go chop off a few heads. The rest of the village runs away, so they come behind and do their illegal mining. We black people must understand what is really going on. Because what we are shown instead is, oh, look at those Africans killing each other. There are some serious games that have been played in Africa for far too long. And once we understand that, we can strategize as to how we can begin to bring the difference and bring the change that Africa needs. And that change can only come if the African diaspora are united. And the Wakanda villages, as I call them, it is our organized way of saying, starting with one African diaspora center of excellence, it will be a new city, a developmental hub that we can then take from there. Every sector is developed. Take healthcare. How many doctors do we need in this region to take care of this many people? We pick up education, same thing. We pick up engineering. We pick up electricity. How many megawatts of power do we have in the region? How many do we need? Be it solar, be it wind, be it hydro, be it geothermal, be it nuclear.
You know what? I will keep exposing it because they are good at sharing other people's bad sides, and they forgot their own bad sides. But wait, what am I here? I am here to like bring all the ones that I can to us, because do you know the good part? The good part is that people knew already what they are doing, and they are looking for a way to close the loopholes. And you want to know what is going in Congo? Congo is a very rich country, but America is trying so hard. And then I remember what a woman said: they cannot survive without Africa. And that is something, they cannot survive without Africa, because everything is all coming from Africa. You heard what she said? They always try as much as they can to arm the people, the youth. They are fighting against each other. How does it happen? How do they get, like, sometimes you look at the things that are happening and you ask yourself, where are they getting this kind of ammunitions? You get what I am saying? They are all empowered. Capitalism. You know what? I am going to pause here. We definitely will continue some other time. Thank you so much for all your support. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.